everyone, welcome to 4Sides TV with me Anjali. The wild effects of climate change have been displacing the very framework of the planet, and the interesting illustration of this phenomenon finds ample expression in the near dying of the mighty Mekong, the Glacier river renowned for its massive flow, harbouring the varied ecosystems and standing as a resource for human development in its own way. Here's a special report from 4Sides TV. The Mekong flows for nearly 5,000 kilometers from Himalayan glaciers in Tibet through China, Laos, Myanmar, Thailand and Cambodia before reaching the South China Sea in Vietnam. Its fast and powerful flow earned it the title Mighty Mekong. As the planet heats up, successive droughts are diminishing this mighty flow. Between 2019 and 2021, water levels dropped to their lowest in more than 60 years, but shrinking rainfall is not the only problem. Energy demands in Southeast Asia have increased by an average of 3% each year, a trend that will continue until 2030 according to the International Energy Agency. Laos sees this market as one way to drag itself out of an economic crisis. It hopes to become the battery of Southeast Asia, selling much needed renewable energy to its neighbors. The Mekong River Commission, an intergovernmental body that advises all 6 countries but has no enforcing power, estimates that the dams can produce and sell about $4 billion worth of power a year. But the ecological cost might be too steep. Climate change and dams are working together to deliver a death of 1,000 cuts to the river system, says Brian Ayler, who runs the Mekong Dam Monitor at the Stimson Center in Washington, D.C. Although the dams eventually release the water, analysts believe that trapping it behind concrete in reservoirs is disrupting the Mekong's pulse, strangling one of the world's most diverse ecosystems. Water is also released from the cascade of dams in China and Laos at different dates and times, often making it difficult to predict water levels downstream, particularly in the north of Thailand and Cambodia. Rainfall that typically would fall during the wet season is much lower than normal, but at the same time, upstream dams are restricting water during that wet season. So that's bringing the river pulse down, and the river flows down much lower than they need to be, Mr. Ayler says. Together, climate impact and dam restrictions are changing the way that the Mekong flows, much for the worse. There is a dire need to bring about a turnaround in thought process to initiate the much required changes in the environs, protect the realistic might and the purity of our natural entities, for their alone would stand by with us to safeguard us by preventing the natural disasters as well as provide succor to make the life on this blue planet all the more prudent and purposeful. Thank you for watching 4Sides TV with me Anjali.